Hey everybody, it's Bruce here, and today's video is brought to you by a request that one of you left a comment for, so let's get to it. Today we're going to talk about 3 keywords in Python: break, continue, and pass. And let me start by just creating a simple main function, and guess what? I'm coding this function right now, and if I try to do what you see on the screen here, right? There's no code for the main, and if I try to run this code here, I get an error, right? Because I've defined main, but there's no code following it. That's what the Python the interpreter was expecting. However, if I put the word pass in there, and again, I try to run my program, notice I did not get an error. Let me run that one more time. Look at that, no error. So there's a couple uses for pass, and this is one that I frequently use a lot. It's when I'm writing new code, and maybe I'm writing another function called do something, right, here in snake case, right? And I don't know what exactly this function is going to do, but I'll put the pass keyword right there. And again, my code, if I try to run it, it's going to work. All right. So that's one use for the pass keyword. Another thing that you may want to do, and I'm just going to backtrack my code here a little bit. Let's go here. And let me put a try except block in here, a try except block, and maybe I want to get, I don't know, some input from the user, all right? Maybe I want to get some input from the user, and let me just, for now, let me just do this. I'm going to say I want an integer from the user, right? And if an exception occurs, right, I can normally, if I get a value error here, value error, right? I could tell the user something, right? But if you don't want to tell the user something, right? You don't want to print something an integer value was required. I don't know. Maybe you do. And again, maybe if I just, let me just move this into a loop here. Okay. Normally, right, you would do something like this, and then you may do something where if there was a good value, right, you could break out of this loop. All right. Actually, I'm showing you the break here. But if you don't want to print something out, letting the user know something, you could put pass here. Okay. So check this out. Let me run this code. All right. Let me run this code, and it's waiting for input. And if I type something that's not an integer, I'll type my name, Bruce, enter. Notice I didn't get an error, and I didn't get something printed out. I just passed over the error, right? I passed over the error, all right? So there's pass for you, all right? The next thing I want to go over is continue. I'll save break for last, all right? I'll save break for last. So I'm going to backtrack my code here. And what I want to do in my main function is I want to create a counted loop for I in range, and I'll go from 0 to 9, or 10 numbers, right? And right now, if I just print out I, just so you can see it, right? Let me just break here. Let me break that. Clear. Run my program again, right? I printed out the numbers 0 through 9, right? It's just a simple, counted definite loop here, right? However, right, if I want to put a condition in my program, all right, that says, well, if I is exactly equal to 7, then I kind of don't want to do anything. I just want the loop to continue on, right? So what's going to happen now, right, is let me run the code so you can see it, right? Let me run the code. Ready? what happened? We printed out 0 through 9, but notice that we did not print out 7. All right, we did not print out 7 because our conditional right here said, hey, if I is exactly equal to 7, continue on with the loop, which means go on to the next iteration of the loop. Okay, so instead of like going here and printing out 7, it's like saying, hey, are you equal to 7? The value of I? If you are, continue on to the next iteration of the loop. If not, just print out what the current value of I is. And you'll have situations as a programmer, developer, coder, where you're going to need to do something like this, all right? So that is continue, all right? So again, what continue is going to do is move on to the next iteration of the loop, right? And this works with any loop, a for loop or a while loop, all right? Any type of loop, all right? So the last thing we have is break, right? Break. So let me do something like this. Let me just do another example. I'll say while true, and I'll go back to our original example. We'll get an integer input from the person. Again, I'm not putting a prompt in here right now. And then let me wrap it in a try and indent, and then put an except, right, for a value error, right? We're going to trap that. And then I will print out, please enter an integer, right? Just something like that, right? And then if we do finally get what we're looking for, we can just break out of this while loop, right? We can break out. We're done. We got what we wanted, right? So let me clear the terminal and let me run my code again. So right now it's prompting me, and if I enter Bruce, it's gonna tell me to please enter another integer. If I enter Sam, right, or Victor, right, or Jay, right? Look, the loop is doing what you think it would, but the moment I enter what is being asked for, and you've seen me do this in other videos before, I'll enter 42, and the code comes down to here, right? Because an exception was not thrown, and it breaks out, right? It breaks out of this loop right here. It breaks out of that loop, all right? So we covered break, we covered continue, and we covered pass. So again, this video was one that one of you out there in the world of YouTube suggested, and I thank you for it. Be sure to like. I always have a problem saying this. I don't know what it is. So please like this video, leave a comment, and please subscribe to the channel if you're interested in more short Python videos like the one you're watching right now. All right, have a great day ahead of you, or night, or whichever it is, and thanks again for watching.